What's up, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to show you the best vehicle to purchase for your Turo fleet in 2024. But before we get right into the video, let me just talk about who I am and what I do on this channel. So for the people that are new to the channel, my name is Camry. I live here in Louisville, Kentucky, and I do Turo here in the city. I'm currently an all-star host. I have about 6 vehicles at the moment. And most of my vehicles that I do have are cash cars. I'll put some pictures up of those vehicles. I've been doing Turo for about a year now, and I will say I've learned a lot during this process. And on this YouTube channel, I talk about the things that I have learned from Turo within this process and the tips and tricks that I've learned. And what I do, I give them back to you guys so you can embed them in your own Turo business. That's pretty much what I do on this channel. Talk about Turo, how to be a better Turo host, and how to avoid certain things in Turo to just be overall a better host on the platform. But before we get into the best vehicle for your Turo fleet in 2024, go ahead and like the video, comment if you have any questions, and lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this in the future. And if you have any questions or deeper scale than what I can answer on in the comment section or on a video, feel free to book a one-on-one consultation with me. The link will be in the description below. For 30 minutes, $50 for 30 minutes. I'll answer pretty much any questions you guys have. If you're new to the platform, if you're just not getting started, or if you've been doing it for a while and you're stuck somewhere, I know a lot of information that you guys may not be able to see through the YouTube channel. I can't give everything out on YouTube. Like I said, if you have more questions, feel free to go ahead and book one of those. Now, the number one most asked question for new and current Turo hosts is, what is the best vehicle to purchase for Turo? And this question is not a good question to ask anybody because every market is different. There's no perfect vehicle to buy for Turo. There's no, you need to go buy a Corvette and that Corvette's gonna make you a millionaire or make you $100,000. Like, no, every market's different. Like, your city might be different from my city, from somebody else's city. Like, for instance, in my city, a Bentley or a Ferrari is not gonna do good. But if you go to Las Vegas, you might be able to get away with something like that. So there's no what is the best vehicle for Turo. I'm not just going to tell you what the best vehicle is for Turo and what vehicle to purchase or get for Turo. I'm going to show you how to do market research in your area and see what actually is the best vehicle for you in your circumstances. So this is a lot more helpful than just me telling you, go get that vehicle, because that's not effective. It's not going to apply to everybody. Everybody's different, like I said before. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and open my laptop and show you guys my screen. And we're going to do some market research in my current city. Together, we're going to choose what is the best vehicle to purchase in my city's conditions. Like I said, every city is different, so you can do the same, and you can go along right with me. So as you guys can see, I'm on a spreadsheet currently. This is actually the spreadsheet that I used before I even got started into Turo a year ago. The one thing about me, I do a lot of research before I just jump into something, so I did lots of research. So these are actually all the vehicles in my city that are the best performing in my market. And this is what I decided which car I was going to get based off this data. I advise, if you get into Turo, look at the data, look at the data, look at everything about the market to figure out what is the best vehicle to get for you. So basically it's self-explanatory. As you can see right here, these are all the vehicles. These aren't just like each vehicle. These are like the vehicle makes. These are the vehicle makes, all the vehicle makes that are in my city and actually have vehicles on the platform within that make or whatever. And then right here, as it says, these are the number of cars under that make. So for instance, there are 3 Acuras. And like I said before, this is from a year ago, so the information definitely is not accurate now and up to date. But we'll still go through it and work this together and figure out what's the best vehicle. So there were 3 Acuras, 3 Alfa Romeos, 5 Audis. And I live in a small city, so there's not a lot of vehicles in my city, especially at that time. And then next, these are the best performing models for that vehicle brand. So for instance, there were 3 Acuras, and out of those 3, there was an MXD 2017 Acura that had 64 trips, and it was $77 a day. So based off that data, that's a pretty good vehicle to get. There's not a lot of competition. Also, you can obviously get a pretty decent price off of the vehicle per day. So that would not be a bad option. But it also varies on your budget and what you can afford and what your risk tolerance is if you want to go get a vehicle that expensive. But yeah, that's basically what all this is. And then these were like the top picks of the list. But let's go into Turo, the platform, and look at my market and see what's out there. the best options. So let's go back. I'm gonna start from the beginning. So we're gonna do Louisville, Kentucky, because that's where I'm from, that's where I live. And then remember, when you do this, put the date far, far out. Like I say do at least 6 to 7 months out from today's date or the date you're looking, because some cars obviously will be on trips and stuff like that and booked, so it won't show all the data. So do at least 6 to 7 months out. So I did June 17th to 19th. And also try to do a weekday, because that's the average pricing on weekends. The pricing tends to be a little higher, so do that as well. So yeah, it's gonna pull up all the cars in the area, and then if you're on a laptop, what you're gonna do is go to more filters. You're going to go to where it says make, and then you're gonna see all these makes pop up of vehicles. And you're just gonna click on the makes one by one to see. I don't know why I keep doing this, it keeps crashing. So obviously there's no AM General vehicles in my area, so you're gonna go to Acuras. There's 2 Acuras. So look, now these vehicles have 89 trips and 70 trips. And I'll be completely honest, if I was, and one of these vehicles is all the way in Indiana, so there's only one Acura in my city. And I believe where's the other one at? Hold on. They're both in Indiana, so there's 0 Acuras in my city. So he's all the way in Indiana somewhere. So and based off the data, just looking at this, he has 70 trips. It's a 2017. He has 70 trips. This one has 89 trips. $90 a day, $100 a day. If you want to look even further, you can click on the profile and you scroll down. But what you can do is you can go to reviews and then go to see more all the way to the bottom, to the very, very bottom. And this tells you how long the vehicle has been on Turo. Obviously it has a lot of trips, so there's going to be a lot of reviews. So this is it tells you roughly when the vehicle got onto Turo. So the first review was October 30th, 2021. So this vehicle had 89 trips in that time frame. So this vehicle had about 70 trips in 2 years. And now keep in mind that some trips can be 1 day, some trips can be 5 days, some trips can be 2 weeks, some trips can be a month. Like you can have long trips, short trips. So that's pretty decent. But let me not get too gathered up in this vehicle right here. So back to what I was saying, what you're gonna do, go to every vehicle, see how many vehicles are in the area. So the Alfa Romero, they have 2 vehicles. So you're gonna just literally copy this, what's right here, go back to the spreadsheet, and you can literally copy this spreadsheet. I mean, it's not really that complicated to make. Put all the vehicle makes right here, the number of cars in the area. So for instance, the Alfa Romero, they have 2. Somebody must have got rid of a car, so they have 2. And then the best performing Alfa Romero is this one right here, 2018 Stelivo, I think that's how you say it. Slavo, however you say that. And it has 65 trips and it's going for $80 a day. Whatever, however you want to format that. But you just do this for every vehicle in your market. So you can keep going down, go to Aston Martin. Like there's no Aston Martins in my city, I know that for a fact. Audis, there are 4 Audis. Like my city doesn't have a lot of vehicles. I'm trying to tell y'all I don't have a lot. But based off this car is obviously doing the best in the city. So look at that data and then keep going down. BMW. Based off glance, this one has a lot. This one's doing really good in the area, but I will say that's kind of low. For my city, that's kind of low. For your city, that might be normal, but for my city, that's kind of low. So they got quite a few BMWs doing pretty well on that. So basically, just take all the data from these cars, put it onto that sheet. Once you do that, once you put all the data onto the sheet, you're gonna bold which ones stand out the most. So for instance, for you, it could be a 2020 Corvette. That's the one that stands out the most. So you can bold the Corvette, and you do that for all the vehicles that stand out the most. And this is specific to you in the sense of how much the vehicle costs. Not everybody wants to go get a Corvette and spend $100 grand on the vehicle. So based off of your personal situation. So it could be your budget's only $30,000. So only look at vehicles obviously that are around that range. I look at a Lamborghini, like obviously that doesn't fit your needs or what you can afford or anything like that. So Get really specific when you're doing this, because this makes a difference, definitely, especially if in a city where there's a lot of vehicles. This definitely could help you out a lot. So based off the research I did last year, the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee was doing, one of the best in my city, and it was doing pretty well in my city. Kia Sonata was doing pretty well in my city. Nissan Sentra was doing pretty well, had 72 trips. The Toyota Prius was doing pretty good. It's a 2015 Toyota Prius. It had 170 trips. But also remember to keep in mind that, it's probably been on the platform a lot longer than these other vehicles. Yeah, so that's pretty much what you do to do the market research on here. Like, don't just get on Turo and first of all, when you ask somebody, when you have the opportunity to ask a host, somebody that's experienced in Turo, don't just ask them what is the best car to get on Turo. Like, that's not a good question to ask, because there's no way for them to answer that question. If they do answer that question, then it's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good answer for you unless you're on the same market. So just do your due diligence. Get on here, do the research, look at how many cars in your area, look at what cars are performing the best, and things like that. So obviously, like this Camaro is going for $100 a day. He has 134 trips. I actually know this guy, Tony. He lives in my city as well, obviously. But yeah, he has 134 trips, $100 a day. I mean, he has a lot of reviews and things like that. So this car, I know for a fact this car been on here since at least, I think, 2020, 2021. So you just gotta do research, guys. You just gotta do research. It's not brain science. Like, it's not rocket science. Like, just get on here, look at the cars, look what's in your area, see which cars are performing the best. Like this 2020 Tahoe, 63 trips going for $124 a day. How much does a 2020 Tahoe go for? Tahoe. So it goes for about 44, 30 to $40,000, $30 to $50,000 basically. So do the math. Does that make sense to get $124 a day? So it's the car costs about, let's say, $40,000. You get it on there for $124 a day. So you gotta let that vehicle out for 322 days out of the, in general, that's to break even. And that's not including taxes, fees, maintenance, anything like that. So roughly, and that's not even including Turo fees. So say you're on a 75 plan, you get it for 124 a day, minus, say you're on an 80 plan, 80%. So you make it 99.20 a day. So 99.20 times, on average, a vehicle like this in my city, I know it from experience, will probably get booked anywhere from probably like around 15, on average, probably 15 days out of the month. So times 15. This vehicle is making about $1,500 a month after fees. That's if he's on an 80 plan. Minus car note, I'm sure that car note, especially in this market, is probably somewhere around $900, $800. I'll say $900. So he's profiting about $588 a day. Me personally, that's to me not worth it, because I can profit that same thing off of a cash car. But everybody's different. But basically, what I'm trying to say is do your market research. I'll drop this spreadsheet and link below for you guys to use it, and hopefully it helps you guys out. Yes, do your market research. There's no best car for Turo. Research your market to find what your best performing cars are in your area. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Like I said before, if you want more information on this and just things in general, I do offer one-on-ones. Feel free to check me out on that. And I hope this video was informational. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.